And here we are at the reviewing area, and here is the Transformers Cybertron Wing Saber. And he does have another name from Galaxy Force, but I can't remember his Galaxy Force name. And Galaxy Force is the Japanese cartoon of Transformers Cybertron here in America. But we're taking a look at the American release here, which is Wing Saber. But I can tell you some differences with the American version versus the Japanese Galaxy Force version of this figure. Even though I don't have it with me. I just have this here. The American version here. So, as you can see, Wing Saber turns into a really nice jet mode, and I do think it looks cool for what it is. I mean, he does have a lot of stuff on the bottom, which y'all can already tell that this is going to be for the robot mode here on the bottom. Like on the bottom, he does have like a big chunk here on the bottom here, but it's not the. I don't think it's not the worst kibble on the bottom. You just have to like flip it upside down to see what is going to be the robot mode. But looking at the top here, it does look really nice. And getting a closer look here, you could see it does have the red tip of the nose cone painted and some paint apps on the front cockpit. And you do have two little guns here. And you have what will be the slot here for his cyber key or force chips. And of course, going to the wings, which do have the Autobot symbol with some wings here and the triangle shape here. And you do have some red paint here and some gray here, which these things do move up and down. You could see on both sides. And going to the turbines here, you could see they do look really nice. And you do have some red paint here. And the back tail fins has some gray and red paint apps on it. Oh, and going back to the wings here, which I forgot to show you, you have like a number of missiles and guns. Like you do have some little Gatling guns here, which are for when we get to the transformation to robot mode. These do work as a clever feature for the robot mode. And you do have some missiles. These ones do have some yellow paint on them. And you do have these missiles, which are functional. And to fire these missiles on both sides, on the side here, there's these little triggers. And of course, when you push them, the missiles will fire. Just like that. On both sides. And you do have the landing gear on the front, which is retractable. So you can have that. And you do have these wheels here, which also can roll. And to show you, oops, there we go. To show y'all him rolling. And all around, I do think the jet mode is not nice for what it is. I mean, yes, he does have like a I think like a big chunk here on the bottom, but it's not the worst thing I've seen. I don't know too much about planes, so I'm just saying what's my opinion here. But the plane mode that does, like I said, look really nice. Just don't look at it from the bottom, or you will see what's gonna be for the robot mode. Ooh. Now, you can activate the Cyber key in this mode, but I'm gonna save that for the robot mode. And speaking of the robot mode, let's get into that. So to start off the transformation, what I would like to do is, well, first retract the front landing gear. What I would like to do is take these missiles here and untap them. which can be a little bit of a pain to do. There we go. Just untab them from these holes and these pegs, and we're going to set these off to the side for now. Oops. Now, to begin, first, what we're going to do is take these things here, these turbines here, and untap them from these notches to these tabs here. And once these are untabbed, take this thing and untab it and flip it up. And the way it tabs in is from that hole there into that little white tab. Now we're going to take these here and flip these up, and we're going to slide these this way. Like, slide these back until they lock into place. Then you're gonna take these back tail fin things and flip them up on these things here. Just like that. Just like that. And these are going to form his legs. So take his legs and straighten them out some. And if this hasn't done so already, you do want to bring this up so that way you can take what will become the waist and rotate it around. Well, you do want to take what will become the chest and untab it some and bring it up some, so that way you have room to rotate the waist around and bring it down. And then bring the chest down and tab it in. Now for these things, these Gatling gun things, you want to untab them, and these are of course going to form the arms, and bring them down. Now, here's something clever here. You see these sliders? What you're going to do is you're going to slide these back, and as you do that, two of these guns will slide back. Well, not all the way back. One of these will slide forward, or slide back, and the other will slide back halfway, like this. See that this one slides in all the way, and this one slides in halfway. just like that. And that forms his hands, because these are the 4 fingers and this is the thumb here. And then you just straighten down the elbow, and that's how you transform his arms. So do the same thing on the other side. Again, show you on this side. Just like that. To make his hands. Now, there is something else I would like to do with the arms here, and this is just what I like to do, but and it doesn't say it in any of the instructions or nobody, from what I seen on the videos, has done it, but I like to do it. But I'll show you that when we get to the articulation. But continuing on, now for what was the front of the jet, we're going to untap it and bring it up here and bring it down here, and until it collapses in all the way. Just like that. And now on the top, you want to take his robot mode head and you're going to flip it up. Well, there is this little notch here that helps you flip up his head some until it taps into place. And then you rotate his head around, and you are done. So there you have Wing Saber from Transformers Cybertron in his robot mode. Okay, there we go. Just trying to adjust the camera as better as I can. But here he is in robot mode. And I think the robot mode is neat. Well, not neat. It's. I think the robot mode is cool for what it is. Cause he does have the look of the look of like Sonic Bomber from Transformers Zone. And Transformers Zone, it is a Japanese anime show. Well, they only did one one episode of Transformers Zone. And Sonic Bomber was in it. And his color scheme does look like, well, kind of resemble his color scheme from Transformers Zone. And he is part of Diatlas's. Sonic Bomber was like Diatlas's partner, from what I remember. But, so that's like my thoughts of his design and his look. I meant the, like, color scheme. The color scheme does kind of resemble his. So let's get a closer look at the head sculpt here. The eyes are painted in. I'm going to try and show y'all on the light the best I can. Yep, there we go. His eyes are painted in a nice green paint to it. And you do have some, like, brown paint on his mouth and behind his eyes. And some paint apps on the head crest here. And going down on the chest, you have the nice red metallic Autobot symbol here. And if I show here on the light, you could see it does have a nice reflection to it. And the chest does have some yellow and white around it. And the arms do, I think, look really nice. And I do like how the hand transformation, how they did it to make his Gatling guns look like a hand. So I think that is really clever to me. And I think a lot of people had the same reaction. And going down to the legs, it's basically the same that we've already seen, because these were from the jet mode. And he does kind of have like a wingspan to him, but I don't think they're not like too long. They're kind of a little longer, but not too long of a wingspan. And here's the side view. He does have like a backpack kibble to him, but there's a reason why this is here. And I will show you that when we get to the Cyber Key gimmick. And here's the back here. And the other side. And all around, like I said, I think the robot mode is pretty cool. Because like I said, he does have like kind of sort of the looks of Sonic Bomber, color scheme wise. Not the design look to it, but the color scheme look to it. Because he does kind of look like Sonic Bomber from Transformers Zone. So for articulation, head is only on a swivel. And if you want to, you can use that transformation joint to have him look up if you want to. Now, for the arms, like I told you, I am gonna do something with the arms, and that is these things here, these missiles here, do untab, and they do swing out, and that's meant for combine mode. But if you want to, you can kind of have him as like that with extra wingspan if you want to. But what I like to do is I don't think I've seen anybody that did this, but what I like to do with these is I like to take these and just remove these off. These are just clipped on. They're not pinned in. So I'm just gonna remove these off. And the reason why I leave these off is because now his arms do have some movements, and the arms do move forward and back, but if you want to do that, you will have to untap the arms and bring them up, which if you want to do that, you start running into some problems here. Because, yeah, as you can see, his arms are not connected to his body here. They're connected from the wings here. And at some angles, if you have it in like say, okay, yeah. on some angles, it 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 looks fine in some angles, but I think if you bring it all the way up, that does not really look good. Because his arms are, when you rotate them up, it just looks kind of off. Because his arms are connected by the wings, not from the body here. And his arms do move in and out, and this is the reason why I removed these off, because if you have these on, you're not going to have his arms move out if you have these on like this here. Because with these on, you're not going to move his arms out. Unless if you want to, you can untap them and have them moved out some. But I like to remove these off. So that way his arms have more range without these hindering it. But this is what I like to do with these. It doesn't say anywhere in the instructions. It's just something I like to do, so that way it's much easier for me. And of course, like you already saw, if you want to, you can display the wings with these folded out, even though that this is only meant for combine mode. But you can do it if you want to. But you do have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and you do have a waist swivel, which is a bit hindered. But if you want to, you can kind of give him an ab crunch. So that way you can have a little more range with his waist. Legs move forward, back on a ratchet. Move in and out on a ratchet. Thigh swivel. Knee on a ratchet. And that's it. Now to activate his gimmick, his Cyber Key gimmick, what you would do is bring this up and pull it out, so that it's like this, you need to take this gray thing here and flip it up like this, and you could see there's 2 tabs that will go into these 2 holes here. Just like that. And now you want to take the Cyber key here, and you're gonna insert it in here, and as you do that, these white things here on the sides will split open, just like this. Like that. And it would make some lights and sounds, but of course, I didn't put any batteries in it, which I forgot. And also, there is a button here, which when you push it, it would make some more lights and sounds. But of course, I don't have any batteries for it, which I forgot. And I do think it does look really cool. At least for my opinion. But we're gonna bring this back. Now for these guns here, I've seen some people where you can take these guns and attach them like this. I'm gonna have to back away here. Yeah, okay, yeah. I've seen some people where they attach it from this hole where the screw is at into these ports here. And that way you can have him with some shoulder cannons. And I think that does look really cool. And I think I have also seen some people where they also attach these onto these holes and these pegs as well. So you can give him some arm cannons, which I think also looks cool. So you two have a lot of playability with these guns. Or if you want to, you, you, you can still attach them on where they were in vehicle mode, which is these ports into here. And to show you, yeah, so you can have that as well. So you do have like a number of playabilities with these guns. But I am gonna remove these off. And the last accessories that he comes with are these things. Now, these do attach onto these holes on the inside here from these pegs, so they look something like this. But I'm not going. Well, I decided not to tap these in to these holes because getting these out is a pain to do. So I just leave these out because if I attach these in, they're going to be a pain to get out. But once these are untapped from these holes and these tabs here, what you're also going to do is come to the front here, take his arms and bring them up, because with these things that move up and down, you want to untap them from here, and they also tap into here as well. And what you're going to do with this is this tab is going to go into these holes, and you have some swords here. So you have two swords. And the way he holds these is not from his hands, because his hands are just the Gatling gun hands, so they don't have articulated fingers for him to hold these. But the way you would do it, but what you would do with these is this hole here is going to attach to this tab here. And when you do that, you have some arm blades, which are really, really cool. there you go. Now, there is more you can do with this figure, and that is he can combine with Optimus Prime, but I'm going to save that for the next video coming up. And that's basically it. So, stay tuned for the final thought.